A salsa dancer claimed my husband while I watched. Couples Threesomes 5. FFM Threesome Erotica, Lesbian Erotica, BDSM Erotica. Copyright 2020 by Connie Cuckquean. Narrated by Allison, Okeefe. Will that make you happy? It'd make me ecstatic, I beamed. We danced out the final 20 minutes, and when the class was over, I made my way across the room to Sasha, who was busy packing up her bag. Yes, she said, turning to me as I approached. I was wondering if we could get a private lesson, Peter and I. I motioned back to him as he walked over. 200 for an hour, she replied, barely stopping to think. Honey, I'm not sure, Peter began. Deal, I said before Peter could scupper my plans. I told Sasha where we lived whilst ignoring the piercing stare of Peter as he burned it into the side of my face. After we'd left, he told me what was on his mind. What the hell are you thinking? I'm thinking that 200 an hour is cheap. Cheap? That's the most expensive lesson of anything I've ever heard of. Don't worry, I said. I'll get our money's worth. I left Peter to stew on the comment for a few days until it was time for our appointment with Sasha. Right on cue, she rang the bell of our little suburban paradise a little before 7 in the evening. Come on, I motioned to Peter and we answered the door together. Sasha, we both beamed, smiling as warmly as we could. She was wearing a tight pair of pants and a fancy pink dress shirt. Let's get to it, she said, walking through the pair of us and into the hall. Where do you want to do it? I pointed across to the doorway. In the lounge is good. Sasha moved in there with her bag, and I gave another smile to Peter, rubbing his arm. Don't worry, honey. We followed her tight ass and watched as she sat her bag down on the seat and turned to the middle of the room. This coffee table. Peter, I said, move the table, would you, honey? He got to it while Sasha pulled a CD out of her bag. Do you have a player? You didn't bring your own? Peter said. We have one, I said, ignoring him. 1 second. I dashed from the room to grab a CD player from the kitchen and returned to see Peter watching as Sasha began a routine of stretches. It's important to stay limber, she said, sliding her hands down her legs and looking back at us from in between them. Stretch. Peter and I started mimicking her routine, trying and failing.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?